Hello and welcome to Morris Park. Today I'm bringing you another one of the Euphorbias I have in my collection. This is one of my horridas. I'm kind of a sucker for horridas, kind of like my Lactea crests. I have a few horridas of different varieties. Now this particular horrida is a Euphorbia horrida major, and the variety is a Nova. Now when they say Nova, it means it's currently not named as to the variety. It's kind of a newer variety. They haven't really named it yet, so it's under the tag Nova. I've had some other plants like this that I bought that were under the Nova tag, and then a few years later they actually named them. My Euphorbia decarrii varspirosticha. That one, when I first got it, it was a Euphorbia decarrii var Nova is what it was, and then a couple years later they came out with the name of it in the Euphorbia journals, and I was able to find out what it was. And I'm sure soon enough this one will probably come out with a name too, besides just the Nova name. This one I haven't had too long. It's a beautiful Euphorbia. You can see how really large this thing is. It looks almost like an Echinopsis cactus in some ways, except for that deep blue ice color that it has. Now, I only planted this a couple years ago. I got this, not this spring, but the spring before, in 2019. So I haven't had it this long, but when I saw this thing, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to have this. This is a beautiful plant. And since I planted it into this pot, you can see it's almost overflowing now. It has grown so well. Really a nice looking Euphorbia horrida. Beautiful horrida. See how thick the clusters is on this? Really nice. And they do get some of the pedunculate thorns there, as you can see. When they bloom, they have these little peduncles that the cyathea, or flowers, stick out on. And they're kind of reddish at first and then turn that kind of brown color. When the flowers drop off, you're left with these peduncle thorns. Beautiful plant. Look at the color on that. Beautiful color. The size, the chunkiness, and roundness of this horrida is what really impresses me. I really like the form of this. Now the pot that this plant is in actually has a story to it also. I've had this pot a very, very long time. Well over 40 years actually. I got a hold of this when I was about 14 years old. And it was at a house that we rented in California, in Temple City, California, which is based in the Los Angeles area. It was a very old pot, and it was just a pot that was laying out there on the front porch when we rented the house. I had various things growing in it at different times. And now I have this beautiful horrida growing in it. The colors just match up so well. Look at the colors on that. Pot and plant just really match up. But yes, I've had this pot a very long time. One of my first pots to really start my collection in. But I've had all kinds of plants growing in this pot before. I've had a date palm in it, and euphorbias in it, and I've had cacti in it. And as they grow out, I just switch it out. But the pot is kind of special since I've had it for so long. I think I've had this pot since I was 14. I'm 57 now, so that's pretty old. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot older than that, because it looked like an old pot when I got it at 14 years old. Beautiful plant. Love my horridas. And you'll be seeing more horridas in some of my videos. I'll show more of them. And they all have their unique forms and such. Awesome, awesome horrida. These are a South African Euphorbia. One of the many. South Africa is so rich in different Euphorbias that is just unreal. It would take me probably an hour just to go over the whole list of all the different kinds of Euphorbias and other succulents for that matter that are found in these regions of South Africa. Especially in the Cape Province and all. There's just so much there. Beautiful Euphorbia. I'm so glad to be able to share this plant with you. Thank you everybody for watching. It's very cold outside right now. We're in the low 40s, about 43 outside. But with a wood fire going and the stove running in here in the greenhouse, it's a nice 60 degrees. Not too bad in here. Keeping things warm. And I'll be doing this all winter. But anyway, I'm glad to show you this Euphorbia today. It's just a really nice, beautiful Euphorbia. These major Novas. Very cool. At that time when I bought this, there were quite a few of these at most of the Lowe's big box stores, home improvement stores around us. I saw them in many different places, but this is one of the finest ones I saw. And it has turned out to be a very pleasing, very beautiful plant. Anyhow, glad to share this with you. I hope you enjoyed this Euphorbia. It is a beauty. You all take care now. This is Clyde Morris of Morris Park. And have a great day.